is new beginnings. Start. 0 is reset. 2, duality. Opposite. Me and you. 1 plus 2 is 3. Mind, heart, spirit. We got to understand. It feels like right now, the energy feels like urgency. We got to get these people woke. We got to get these people woke. That's why I woke up today. Feeling like everybody just not where they could be. And I'm just thinking, because once how we got started, start being looked at. This is how we gonna know something has changed. How it got started. Y'all gotta understand the reason why. I hope this day finds everybody well in all their ways. I don't know if I said it or not. Urgency. I just want to get the message out. Y'all have to understand what is the purpose, what is the reason for them not wanting us to share information that is already there. So if the information is there, why can't we share it? If this was false information, disinformation, why have it online? So are they saying that they just found this information when we found the information and posted it? See, we doing the work, or they're trying to put us in fear not to search. Like the Bible says, seek and you shall find. But because they control the platforms, it's just what they're trying to do. Control the platform. We're finding stuff that's already there. Why don't they want y'all? That's the question. Ask yourself, why don't they want us sharing information? We can't just say that we know they're trying to control us. You see, that's not enough. We need to know what's the need to control us. What is the purpose of controlling masses of people? They're trying to prevent from y'all getting downloads from within each other. Everything is coming from each other. This information is coming from the Akashic record that lies in your DNA. Let me see what DNA is. 14 plus 15. A, B, C, D, and 4. 9 and 1. 1 plus 9. D, N, A adds up to 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Everything is one. One God, one intelligence, one love. Everything is coming from within you. That's why they don't want us connecting with one another. Because you're going to get a download. You're going to get a remembrance. It's going to resonate if you're seeking the truth. And a lot of people seeking the truth. So if you're seeking the truth, when a student is ready, a teacher will appear. So this is how you're going to tap into the electric magnetic field that connects us all. This is a spiritual thing. You're not the meat suit. It's a spiritual connection. Y'all trying to, what the Bible says, lead not to your own understanding, but in all ways acknowledge there is a God. You see? That's all we got to do is trust this process. Trust what's going on within us. Because if we don't go within, we're going to keep going without. Everything comes from within. God lives within. God is written on our DNA. God eternal. This is what the Spirit gives me to give the people. Y'all got to search for the information because they don't want y'all to find it. So if they slow a person's algorithm down, that means you're not going to find it because it's going slow. By the time you get it, you get it. So you got to go search for it because you're seeking. You got to stop watching what they want you to see, which is not helping us. What they want us to see is what is the thing they want to use to control us. They want to keep rewriting our DNA. They want us to take in stuff that goes against what's already there. Everything has a cause for it to affect the action. Cause and action. And it takes, cause, forgive me, Mercury is in retrograde and it just misses with your speed. Everything has a cause for it to affect the action one takes will affect the reaction they act. There is always cause and effect. This all started. How did we get here? How did we get to these times? Because we were warned about what would happen, what could happen, what should happen, what will happen in the end time. This is not nothing new. So again, see, when these pastors start going against the narrative, and the pastors start realizing they've been doing work for the darkness, this is when everybody will start waking up. Everybody been warned about what the end days was going to look like, so it's not a surprise. So since we already know what it was going to look like, why are we not finding a solution? We already knew this was coming. So the pastors wasn't preparing us, you see? They wasn't telling us what to do. They just kept repeating it. Now it's here. What now? Okay. If there is a God that you believe in,
that's what's up right there.
You gotta ask yourself, why do you believe in this God?
That's what's up right there, Spirit. That's what's up,
if
Spirit.
Y'all God,
that's
y'all
what's up.
Y'all believe in, so why
that's
do y'all
what's up,
believe
baby.
in this God? What's the purpose in believing in God? This is food for thought. They give us a God, but what is the purpose of believing in God? If you are aware God has a different character from the darkness, how do we stay close to that difference? We know so much.
That's right.
We keep talking, but we not understand. We ain't saying nothing. We know there's a God. We believe in a God. The word of God said. And that's all we do is just talk about it, but we don't be about it. And the pastors are not. I think God flipped the table over in that Bible. But God got so vexed, he flipped the table. So when y'all gonna flip this table? God is source and love, is what we were told. How do we be in an image and not have the body to show the image? They say God is source. That's the teachings. And God is love. So how can we be in God's image without this body? Without the meat suit? So okay, now everybody got a different image now. Everybody got a meat suit. Everybody got a different image. So if we made in God's image, then which image is God? Daphne is trying to show the people that y'all been disconnected from the God in y'all because y'all not listening at what they saying to y'all. If we made in God's image and everybody got their own image, wouldn't that say God is inside of us and God is different images? Because there is no one image, but they made us believe there was one image. And that image was a white image. There is a black woman. I'm just writing down everything that the Spirit gave me today. Because this is what your pastor should be doing. Everything that goes against what God created, they should be talking about it. They should be living in these days. You see? They should be living about the stuff that's going on in these days. When pastors become living and they go against all of the wickedness, that's when these herds, these sheepfolds, the masses, gonna start waking up. Because of the spirit of fear that we have in our spirits, I say we, this one right here, she bites back. She stand up on all 10 toes. When we get rid of the spirit of fear, and codependent. And we're not going to get rid of that until pastor who give us the lie, denounce the lie.
That's right.
As long as your pastor said it, y'all standing behind the lie. So, again, y'all can't say they got darkness in the world, Satan trying to take over, Satan doing this, Satan doing that, and your pastor ain't talking about what Satan doing, but he knows Satan doing it. Y'all think these pastors not watching television? Peeping on those platforms? They know exactly what's going on. You think the pastor's not paying attention to what the government system is doing? What Biden has done? Come on, people. Y'all think y'all pastors not paying attention to what Biden has done in this United States of America? What has Biden done but brought us in a hole? Everything going to hell in the handbasket. And y'all preaching, not preaching about that. When y'all preachers start preaching about what the government is doing to people, that's when the people rise. You see? Because the people got the spirit of fear. They're looking for their Jesus.
That's right.
They pass their God, so when they God go against the devil, that's when the masses go wake up. They got a black woman, and I'm not saying nothing that nobody probably don't know. This was on my spirit. This is what the spirit gave me. You see? The black woman is in the highest seat. This girl is a judge. She's in the highest seat. Supreme Court judge. That's the highest seat of this land. And this woman was asked, what is the definition of a woman? She didn't have no answer. That type of stuff should make the pastor livid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of stuff that should make all of y'all wake the hell up. She in the highest seat. I said she was black. She was a woman. And they asked her, what is the definition of a woman? She didn't have an answer. But check this out. The heifer got a daughter. Until y'all start saying something about what y'all know is not godly, the dark forces gonna keep doing what they're doing.
That's right.
Enough of us ain't pushing back. Enough of us ain't got that blind faith. I feel vexed in my spirit. See, this that righteous anger. Because everybody should know better by now. That the devil is coming to steal, destroy, and kill what God created. But everybody running their asses in the church talking about God, God, God. But ain't none of y'all doing what God says to do.
That's right.
In the beginning. In the beginning. That's the story. Either the story is a lie or we going to go back to the beginning. Because we can't have both ways. In the beginning, they say God created a man from the dust of this damn earth. Whether we want to look at that story the way we want to look at it, but the story is there's a man and a woman. Not how it got here. But in the beginning, there was a man and a woman. See all of this lesbian, gay, transgender, transition, all of this stuff? That's demonic spirits. These people have been messing, poking and prying, changing our DNA, dissecting on us. And y'all want to believe that gay is okay, lesbian is okay, and bisexual is, no, it's not okay. God created man and woman. And he told the man and the woman to be fruitful and multiply. So again, y'all gonna walk straight, y'all gonna walk crooked. And when you walk crooked, that's how Satan takes over.
That's right.
See? That's how Satan corrupt the world, because y'all want to go a little bit to the left. Y'all want to go a little bit to the right, you see? And it's okay. And God forgive us of our sins. But when you know better, you're supposed to do better. And y'all know that's wrong. You can't be fruitful and multiply with man having sex with a man and woman having sex with a woman. That's not divine. It's not sacred. It's not. If he made man and woman, that's the way it's supposed to be. Or it's not the way. That's not the beginning, man and woman. Something wrong with the picture. You see, we don't ever want to get to the bottom of things. We got to know what the problem is. So if he didn't create no man and no woman, then we need to find out what the hell going on and we can be like this here. So how we going to recreate? How can the world continue spinning? Because it needs people in it. How can we continue to have people in it? if there is someone, some people out there saying we're going to change sexes, we're going to cut off penises, we're going to take out uteruses from children, we're going to give them puberty blockers, how will we be able to be fruitful and multiply? There has to be a line. The people have made the line invisible. If there is no line, then anything can go, and there is no creation anymore, because their agenda is to stop the creation. Anybody advertising anything from this government that is free, all of these commercials about free food and money they giving y'all, well, if it's trillions of dollars, and they're about to go to digital currency, why is these, I'm just saying, everybody should have to believe this shit. Go get with this shit. It's a trap to keep you in the maze. And for you to lure somebody else to come get the paper. So that means they keep their position if y'all keep falling for the okie dokie. Y'all don't want to have the discipline. Y'all don't want to have the structure. They offer y'all some money for some food. That's the thing. Buy, sell, trade food for fight. See, that's why we in this. Because the pastors don't teach us to have discipline. You know? They teach us to go and splurge, you see, because everything about their position got something to do with prosperity and abundance, you see. Wealth. That's why we don't have no discipline. Because where we getting this God story from, where we getting God characters from, God image from, it's coming from the enemy. The masses will not do anything. They're not going to do nothing until the people who give them this lie say this was a lie. We confess this a lie. Because if these masses understood what they're saying, they doing, that's how the enemy continue to get away with what they're doing, because y'all saying it, but y'all not doing it. Your Bible says to be a hearer and a doer, but Christians just want to quote the Bible. They want to tell y'all what God said. They want to tell y'all what the Bible said, but they ain't living in that. Very few Christians are living in and doing what it says. Pick up your damn cross and follow. How many preachers y'all know following God? The people who following God are local people. Nobody's, you understand, is the ones who doing what God says to do. None of these pastors are doing what God says to do. They're inside of a building where God said he's not at. They're dressed to the nine, what God did not do. They're around here asking for money, but they ain't trusting God, but they're telling y'all to trust God. See, the lies got to stop. Mm-hmm. Somebody got to hold them accountable to stop telling these lies to the people. Stop praying, P-R-E-Y, not P-R-A-Y, praying on these people. Mm-hmm. Because that's what's happening. They've been experimenting on y'all. Us, chocolate people. This is where your lesbianism and your gayism and then the transgender and cis this and that and identify with this and that, they are messing with your genes, confusing the anatomy. We are computers. Computers. God made this computer. In our DNA, on it, it says God, G-O-D, eternal. It's written. They got letters and numbers in there. So they have messed with that. Because y'all keep running to the doctor. Let them give y'all all of this stuff. Testing, poking, and priming. Y'all have no clue. But everybody say they trust God. This avatar got to get up out of here. It has to go. And so if you're not living right, talking right, being right, and doing right to the fullest, whatever sickness you got, just get on out of it. This is how they would not have power over. If you got a sickness and you can't go find herbs and holistic medicine, you see, you ain't got no business going to no doctor getting no pharmaceutical because God created everything. So again, a lot of people talking, but they're not saying nothing. People want to hold on to the life. The Bible clearly says if you try to save your life, you're going to lose it. And those who give it up will gain it. Everybody going in their church, they're not understanding what's happening to them. Mind tricks being played on y'all. Y'all just talking. They just made y'all remember what God said, but they don't make y'all do what God says. And that's where the problem coming in. Nobody doing it. And this is the devil doing it. The devil doing everything he's big enough to do. And the people ain't saying nothing. The Christians ought to be livid. They should have been livid when they took God out of the schoolhouse. But they wasn't. Complacent, you see. Y'all got to feel good. Blow smoke up your ass, God, you see. Y'all turning shit into sugar, God. This depopulation talk, this didn't just start with this 2022 pandemic. Depopulation has been an agenda. They can't just depopulate overnight. They can't just depopulate in 2-3 years. These people have been experimenting on people for generations. Generations to get to the point where a man cannot even identify with a man anymore. He around here wearing fingernails, twisting, makeup, wanting high heels on, and wanting to cut off his penis. That's something that has been done to them internally.
That's right.
Because they're not lined up mind, heart, and spirit. They're not on one accord with the oneness. That's how that happens. When you don't know who you are, when you disconnect from the all. God the Creator made a man and a woman. I already said that the Spirit got ahead of me. They're telling us on these platforms that they're posting false information, because I just went on there and they told me I didn't post something that was false. Now, mind you me, all I did was share the goddamn video. So I'm trying to show you how you got to go search for what you want. So anybody who's showing somebody something that can resonate with them, that's what they say is false. Disinformation. What makes anything disinformation when the Bible clearly says there's nothing new under the sun? Not a damn thing new under the sun. But anything that we post is false. And it's disinformation. That's because they don't want it to resonate with y'all. We're in the age of Aquarius. So it's time for the people to do something. The word search. Because I said, the Spirit said they're telling us on this platform that we are posting false information, yet they allow the false information to be found, which clearly says they can't control the information, just trick the people to be afraid to search for it and repost what was already online. The Holy Spirit says, search and go find the vibration for that. Search vibrates to 54. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 is connected to consciousness. 9 is connected to endings of a cycle. You see? All there is 1 through 9. Why can't we find what is there and share it with somebody? What is the wrong in it? I don't care if it is false. If anybody want to read false all day, that's their choice. Huh?
Yeah.
That's their free will and free choice to search for false information and share it. So again, if the people don't push back, all of this changes when we change. When we lose the spirit of fear,
that's right.
We lose the spirit of codependent, and stand alone and do something for God. You see, everybody talking, but ain't nobody saying nothing. You don't have to do nothing because nobody else doing it. You are supposed to be fighting for God. Individually, the God in you is fighting for the Creator. You're not supposed to be waiting for nobody else to do nothing and the bus will move. You're supposed to stand alone, but the preacher got everybody wanting to do things together. Come in here, we're going to do it together. But we ain't going to do what they're doing out there. We're not going to do nothing to change out there. We just going to come in here and play in this sandbox the way we play in this sandbox. And playing in here ain't helping nobody out there. But we still going to come in here and play in this sandbox. As long as y'all put your collection, you see, where pastor going to make sure his lights stay on. So again, y'all need to start calling out these pastors. Y'all need to start asking questions. Because the pastors is supposed to be doing something for God. And what they're doing is not helping with Satan. All of the preachers and churches that we got around here, they say they still got power. Is that right? I saw every few blocks of church. So you got all of these people saying that they're doing something for God, but the darkness still taking over. Now, why is that? Why is that? Everybody should have woke up by now. This ain't got nothing to do with no God. This ain't got nothing to do with the light. This ain't got nothing to do with the love. We got a problem, but that ain't happening. You see? But your money is the resource that's inside of you. And if we would learn to have the discipline and the structure, they wouldn't have power over us. They wouldn't have power over us. We're not holding the government accountable. We still want to play with them. You see? Y'all still want to go run vote. Vote for what? I mean, ain't nobody doing nothing to change nothing. If the government is corrupt, I don't care. The government is corrupt. You got to shut it all down. Shut the whole thing down and see where we suffering at. Y'all don't see too much of the government fighting nobody online. Everything is talking about Ukraine and somewhere else, but they're not talking about the corruption that's in the government system that got us in this bullshit. They're not talking about that. You don't hear too many videos about that. Y'all got to understand how to distract y'all from them who has caused all of this. These people who was in positions caused this. They were in position to lead people somewhere. The pastor didn't lead the church nowhere. The schoolhouse didn't lead the goddamn church nowhere. And the government didn't lead the world nowhere. So now they're trying to distract everybody with everything. So that y'all wouldn't see. None of them did their job that they were supposed to do. That's why the tables must be turned with some new leaders. You see? Because they was given a position. It was given power to do something that serves for a higher purpose. That was supposed to bring us together. Lift us up. But they didn't do that. Nobody did their job. So now, the tables must be turned. The last shall be first, the first shall be last. But it's on y'all what y'all want to do. This going to turn. But we try to prevent from a lot of people suffering, a lot of people being killed, a lot of people going through too much. Everybody going to die. That's point blank, period. But you never know when you're going to die and how much you're going to suffer before you die. And you can live a longer life. But again, it ain't even about that. It's about God. It's about keeping the frequency of God. Not about us and how long we live. That's why they say live life to the fullest. You only live once. So you're supposed to be living it to the fullest. Because we all know we got to get out of here. So let's do something until we get out of here. And if we got to suffer till we get out of here, suffer till we get out of here. Because it ain't about us. It's about God. It's about the frequency of God. It's about the love of God. It's what we're trying to do. Raise the vibration to God, to love, to unity, to oneness. That's what it's about. We done got away from what it is about. Oneness. Because all there is one source, one intelligence, one love. So again, that's what I wanted to urge you to tell the people. Again, people see what's happening. But again, people, they're not going to, they're in their comfort, you see. In order to change, you got to get uncomfortable. That's the only way we're going to see a difference is if we become uncomfortable. That's what's going to happen. We got to change to see one. And y'all not trying to change. They should have everybody online saying the same thing. But they got a lot of people with the foolery. Y'all got to understand, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram want y'all seeing jokes. People acting silly. People showing their breasts and their bosom and what they cooking and where they at and all this. They want to keep y'all distracted from doing something to change this world and to win. For the light to win, for love to win, for God to win. They don't want y'all focusing on that we're not paying attention. This is a war for the soul. So what kind of soul we going to have? A corrupt soul? That's what they want. Everybody corrupt. But there is no light. And everybody walking in darkness. And that's not going to be pretty if the lights go out. It's not going to be pretty. There won't be no God because y'all denouncing it. Because y'all doing work for wickedness. So y'all can't have both worlds. When you know better, you do better. So again, y'all got to do better than what y'all doing. Y'all got to hold these pastors accountable. Y'all got to write some notes. Get into the damn usher and go ask him. Pastor, write him a letter. Call him on the phone. We got to face the fears. We have to stand up on 10 toes and take back God's kingdom. We the kingdom. We are one vibration, one frequency, one source. All of us connected. So who we doing this for? Because we can't say it and not be about it. Everybody talking in them churches, but they're not being about it. Because being about it gonna go viral. When them pastors start saying we're not playing with the government no more. They lied to us, they give us this white God. When they start that and that go viral, then everybody gonna jump aboard. So that's how you know the pastors ain't aboard yet. Because once them pastors go aboard, and the ones who are aboard, they're going to let too many people see that go viral. A pastor going up against the government and the lies and the wickedness that they done put out here in the lane. That's when y'all going to know that we rising. When the pastors start denouncing the lie, asking for forgiveness, for sending everybody to goddamn hell, that's when we're going to know we have won. Because those pastors put us in this by giving us this God, reiterating this God, and this God ain't ever done nothing yet because that's what's something outside of us. He didn't give us the God within us. He didn't give us connection, you see, with one another. They didn't give us love for one another. They gave us something outside of ourselves. And there's something outside of ourselves is that darkness that's roaming around right now.
That's right.
Antichrist. You see. So again, I didn't give y'all a message. Let it sizzle in your spirit. Y'all can't keep going in the church and then saying God. Which one is it? Pastor or the God in you? You see? You don't need pastor to fight. You don't need pastor to read the Bible. You don't need pastor to tell you nothing but God. God lives inside of you. So if you ain't acting like God, you ain't talking like God, you ain't being like God, you ain't want what God wants, then you made pastor your God. So I don't know what y'all doing. I'm my God. I'm God, God is me. We are one. That's it and that's all. Whether y'all want to accept that and believe that or not, you are one with God. You're not separate. I am God. God is me. That ego telling y'all somebody. You see? That's the ego edging God out. I'm going to get on out of here. I love y'all. Namaste.